So, good evening, everyone. My name is Moin. So, this is our weekly session on Freedom Formula. Okay, so before I start, my favorite disclaimer, nothing that we mention over here or we say is any type of financial advice. This is purely from the perspective of learning. Okay, so with that, let us start. We got a light audience today, which is good. Okay, we'll keep it more personalized. I'll show you guys the trade that I mentioned that nobody should be trading like that. First of all, I mean, if it is done, it is done. Do not trade for the day. We don't have to trade every day. Literally, I did today what I tell you guys regularly, don't do it.
Order filled.
Honestly, that's what I did today. Okay.
Did I
And
just hear order filled?
Order filled.
yeah, that's there. Now it's okay. All right. We'll see some nice movements on ES now. Because Asia is going to open. My hunch is we are going to see a dump. Let's see. What I did exactly, Usman, like this is to answer your question. When I came home,
Yes, thank you.
it's exactly 3:30, bro. Okay? Exactly 3:30.
Yeah.
I'm looking here. All right. I'm seeing pretty nice moves to the upside. Then this thing is coming down. I'm like pretty confident I'm gonna be good here. Just give me 1 second. Yeah. All right. So I'm waiting. Okay. At 3:30ish. I'm seeing this move. For some reason, the chart is looking pretty weird. This is not a ES chart. Hold on a second. Something is wrong on this chart. Just bear with me 1 second. Why does it feel it's not the right chart that I'm looking at? Yeah,
Are you looking for the 1 minute chart?
yeah, I'm good. But on the 1 minute chart, something looks pretty odd here. Okay, I'm simply missing candles here, it feels like. Yeah, after this, see, there are no charts anymore. It literally went into after hours. Okay, I think I figured it out. This must be Smooth's doing. He changed the time. Anything that goes wrong always is Smooth's fault. Okay, I'm like, what the hell is happening? So I looked at it here, going down pretty nicely. Okay, this is your 330. Okay, this is where I looked. Going down pretty nicely from 200 EMA. The 200 EMA broke. I'm looking at the structure, okay, that if 200 EMA gives away, this thing is done. Okay, this breaks, I shorted. Imagine my plight. Okay, when this level broke, this is exactly where I cut it, Usman. You see? This is where I took the trade out fully. Okay, then I'm sitting back and I was pretty heavy into it. Okay, so from here to here, I waited. It's literally a 15-point move. Okay, with three contracts. First, I did one. Then at this level, I did another two. It went up. I'm just sitting like an idiot, bro. That's it. Okay, I cut it off. Then I looked like, okay, if this happens, now what? Then I started seeing like this ride is not stopping. Okay, so all I did is once this candle, basically, I was looking at this level. Once this level moved up, this is where I jumped in and I just wrote it back. Okay, because I didn't have any levels after that. Literally from there all the way up to 5597. So from here, once this level broke, this is where I jumped in. Okay, from 60, two contracts. I okay, it would have been great to keep on adding. When this candle went up, I'm like, I want to take it out, but I'm like, okay, let me wait, let me wait. Okay, I was pushing the stops up, pushing the stops up, all the way when I started seeing this red candle. Okay, immediately, this is where basically my stop got hit. Plain and simple. Okay, so that was the trade. The
Moin,
5597
can you go
level,
over
if you
your
look, Yeah, go on.
Sorry. I was just asking, can you tell me, like, I was switching from my phone to my screen.
Mm-hmm.
Where did you add, where did you start your short? Where did you cut it? Sorry. I missed that part. I apologize.
Can I pull in my actual ES chart? Give me a second. It would be much
Whatever,
easier.
whatever you want, man. This
Yeah,
is fine as well. I just missed it. I was just switching from my phone to my
yeah. Give me 1 second. I'm
actual
pulling
like
my
computer
actual.
screen.
Let my actual ES chart load, bro.
Bro, I believe you. You don't have to.
No. That level, that one is marked. Okay. So it's
Okay.
much easier to see on that one.
Oh, we're still pumping, huh?
Hmm? Hmm.
It's still pumping.
This thing is not done. Trust me. Look, this is the
Yeah.
chart.
Yeah.
Okay. This is where I took the shorts. Okay. Thinking like 200. So the 200 EMA was broken. I took it so freaking confidently. This is where I took the shorts. Okay. Plain and simple here.
Okay.
All right. I think I took it the first one at 35, literally thinking I caught the bottom because I was looking at this candle. All right. And I
Yeah.
took it very confidently, thinking, okay, I have a level here that is broken, all good. This thing is definitely gonna flush at the end. Simply didn't
Got it.
happen. This thing started going up.
Yep.
Okay. When I saw this level being broken, 5550,
Yeah.
okay, this is where I cut the trade because beyond this, it was impossible for me to hold.
Okay.
Okay. What I did
So
is
you
I
want like
added
almost
here,
10 points into it?
yeah, basically I added two more
Good.
here,
Good.
thinking like this will happen. I had a chance to cut down from here. Okay, I would have to take a
Yeah.
small loss, not such a big loss. Okay, I had to take like 2 point
Yeah.
losses on three contracts. That would have been 300
Yeah.
bucks, right? Way better
Yeah.
than
Yeah.
losing like what you call 750 or 800 bucks per contract. Okay, which was so dumb, honestly. Okay, so this is where basically once this level is broken down out, I'm like, I have to
Yeah.
get out of this trade because what I was
Order
looking
filled.
at,
Okay.
if I don't get out here, this is basically
Yeah.
gonna retest the weekly high. That was actually my pain threshold. Okay, the weekly high, basically, I have to get out. Now, forget the weekly
That makes
high
sense.
or
Okay.
anything. This thing literally just flew after this. You can see, right? Okay, so I basically cut it.
Yeah.
It was a good decision in hindsight. In hindsight, everything looks good. Then I'm waiting like, what's the next level break you want to see? This is what I wanted to see. If this breaks, I'm like, I have to be in the trade. Okay. After this broke, I literally took market order on two contracts right from here, 5560. That's why I remember the level pretty well.
Got it.
Okay.
Got it.
Next, up to 97, I literally don't have anything. Okay. So this is what I wrote up. Makes sense, bro?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. It does.
That's it. Okay. I
Yeah,
kept it
it's a
just like
changeover.
that.
It's the changeover that I'm trying to understand. Yeah, it's the switchover that I'm trying to understand because I've lost now like multiple evals just because of this digging my heels into it and not
Mm,
giving in and adding. And it hasn't happened like obviously in the last like 3 or 4 evals, but in the
Order
beginning I've done
filled.
this mistake multiple times, and even now I do it. I just
I do it also.
and I cut it at 1,500, $2,000 loss, and that wipes out like a day or 2 days worth of work when you take a $2,000
Absolutely.
loss on something,
And
which is
moreover, your
horrible.
confidence is shot.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
Okay. So this is what
100%.
my objective was for this trade. Okay. That I planned basically cut it, sit back. Okay. I'll recover tomorrow. But when I see
Yeah.
this bull run, I simply figured out, man, if this level breaks, okay, I'm good to go.
Yeah.
Okay. The level I
Right
showed you
there.
here. If this level breaks,
Yeah, that
I'm
makes
good to
sense.
go. And that
Yeah,
I took it. More prudent would have been actually to wait for a break of the weekly high. When this broke, I think it just opened the floodgates.
got it. Makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
The long
that,
part I understand. The long part, like staying in it with like stacking green candles, like literally it was just green candles.
yep.
That was the easier trade. I know it's difficult to hold
Mm-hmm.
profits for that long, but
Mm-hmm.
that was the easier trade. But the reversal is the tricky part for
Yeah.
me. Like,
So this is where I scaled the first contract when this went up.
yeah.
I was actually
Yeah.
hoping for, my fascination with round numbers, 5610. It didn't happen. Put my
Yeah.
stop loss here. Okay. Immediately in one candle, it basically came down and took me out. But I'm happy. I recovered my losses. I'm very, very happy. Okay. But it was like a mental disaster. Okay. Unlike Smooth, I'm not a market maker that I can pick the phone and change directions immediately. Okay. That's there. Questions about this trade, anyone? Or why I would say, like, even though I made some money, I am very, very disappointed in myself.
Hmm. I
Tell
mean, it
me,
could have
Mira.
gone
It's a
either
difficult
way.
thing to cut though. Moin, like I really think I know you're obviously looking in hindsight, when you had this big of a run, it doesn't make sense. But in hindsight, like, your entry, at least the first one was perfect, right? Like that there was no question about it. Nobody can predict that, and managing risk, I guess, is the most difficult part of it. Um, so yeah, I don't know. Like I think you're being a little um hard on yourself, to be really
No,
honest.
I'll be very
Because
honest
you
with
had the
you, Usman. What the mistake was going in at that time, knowing very well the market will make a drastic move at around that 3:30 time. Okay, Smooth can trade it very well, honestly. I've seen him trading the end
Order
very well,
filled.
the end and the beginning. I simply don't have that capability and I don't acknowledge that. Okay, I'm like, I have to make money now. And that literally smacked me out.
Order filled.
I think the difference between me, you and Smooth and the way you guys trade is that he would have woken for that. He would have waited for that weekly high to break to take
Mm,
that trade. And we don't. We because we trade candles more and small bounces more. We don't wait for that, right? So I think that's a completely different. That's a strategic difference in war. But I do feel like the way it broke. The next one could have been down, right? So your calculation was perfect. That this was the perfect place to take the short.
but I should have cut it
Uh,
much earlier.
it just went
Yep.
um, the opposite way.
I should have cut it much earlier, number one. Okay. Number two, I should have waited right the place where I took it, right here. Look at the 5 minute. Okay. I had a level here, right? I need to wait for this low to be taken out, which never happened.
Okay.
You see? Like
Yeah,
when you
I see what you're
analyze a
saying.
lot of things make clear. You broke 200 EMA, wait for a retest at this level or see what
Yeah,
happens. Okay. I never did that.
yeah,
Okay. Second, when this thing started moving back up, if I cut it over here, I could have been, I mean, like taking two more over here, cutting those for a 2 point loss. At that time, it's a 300 bucks loss versus a 2400 bucks loss.
yeah.
Okay,
I
and
hear what you're
this
saying.
is a
Okay.
very unlikely move, right? Most likely, I would have to end the day heavy negative. Let's be honest about it. Okay, I just got lucky. That's it. Okay, so but what you guys need to realize is you cannot make this a habit. Okay, I was speaking to another gentleman who is on our place. He's regularly taking trades of the options bot. He's expecting like those several 100% runners. Okay, I'm literally telling him, listen, those are not realistic. Once in a blue moon, we might get one. Okay, once in a blue moon, we might get one. At that time, VIX was very high, the volatility was there, we were good. But when you see profits, you have to take profits. That's it. Okay, I started scaling like SSY, SYY, right? From a small percentage win. Because you take those small wins, they keep on stacking up. Okay, and that's the best way to build your accounts. Honestly, don't expect like 1000% runners, huge wins. That's not reality. Does it make sense? Okay, I think enough about my ranting. Floor is totally open for your questions. Who wanna go first?
Hmm. Yeah, I could share my losing trade today.
Please
It
go
was
ahead.
kind of like
Go.
yours. Well, okay, I'm on the 1 minute on the SPY, and I took a call
Let me just change
at
the name.
about
Let me just change the name.
what's that?
Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Tell me, brother, what time you want me to go?
It was at 12:06.
My time or your time?
Uh, I think at least it should be Eastern time.
Okay, 12:06. Let's mark it
Yeah.
here. This is 12:06, bro. Tell me what happened.
Yeah, right about I took a call on that green candle
Mm-hmm.
right about there.
Mm-hmm.
And well, you see what happened. That thing bounced and well, it got rejected and came down. And at about 12:13, I
Mm-hmm.
added one more. I added another call right there,
Okay.
and it
Okay.
still kept going down.
Mm-hmm.
And at that point, that's it. I was kind of freaking out and didn't know what to do. It still bounced one more time at that 548, and I
Mm-hmm.
finally cut it at like
When this broke.
548.50, something there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know what could I have done better, like where should I mean I should have cut it a lot earlier, but I was holding on and
Okay.
yeah, after that that was it. I was done for the day.
In
It was like
hindsight, my
maybe like a
brother,
90, 95.
everyone is a good trader. Okay. I am going to break down the
Right,
trade for you. In hindsight, it's gonna look super easy. All right. But in
right,
reality,
right,
when you're in front of the charts, life is not that easy. Let's just put it like that.
right.
Okay.
Order
Now
filled.
things will look very easy when I break it down. Okay. But again, bro, reality is very
Order
different.
filled.
Okay.
Yeah.
When it went up here, I'll mark the places for you.
Yeah, right about that. I think reversed on.
Okay.
Man,
But
well the
what we
200 is there.
discussed in the DM today, make sure you follow that going forward, bro. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's your own rule. Okay. So it's for you to follow.
Got it.
Okay. Look here. This is 1206, right?
Right.
Look at the 5. All right. On the 5, you
Mhm.
are literally trying to break above this level, correct?
Right.
On the 5, have a look at your oscillator. Your oscillator is staying up for quite a period of time. What does it tell you?
Mm.
It's telling
Right.
you that you are keeping the momentum up for a pretty long period, correct?
Right.
Now, nothing can keep on running forever. Just think of it like the engine of your car. Okay, oscillator goes up, it can stay up for quite a sustained period of time. Right here, right? It is up. Okay, your RSI, your stop sticks or MACD, whatever you use, pretty much they will all show you the same thing. But here, what you are seeing is like, okay, this is very, very high for a long time. It's sustained, right?
Right.
What you need to do is also keep in mind you have the psychological 550 number, right? A very strong psychological number.
Right.
Trading is mostly mental, bro. I think you realize it more than me, right? All of us have been in this
Yeah.
journey to realize it. That 550 number would instill like a lot of fakes. Okay, before it breaks. We are trying to break it. We are trying to break it, right?
Right.
This is your 550. You could not. At least one time, people who were shorting here, what do you think would be their stop losses? Their stop losses would be right above that 550. Very
Mm.
normal.
Right.
Okay. The market
Yeah.
will hunt for the stop losses. Take the stop losses because the market maker is behind only one thing, liquidity. Okay. He doesn't care how smart you are, how handsome you are, how beautiful you are. You have money, you're good, bro. You don't have money, nobody gives a damn about you. Okay. So right over here, this is clearly that break over 550-ish. Okay. The fake.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people, it basically took out two types of traders. The short traders, it rated their stop loss. You're done. It broke
Mm-hmm.
550. I have to close my trade because now if 550 breaks, what's my mindset? This thing will just keep on going up, correct? It is
Right.
very normal for me to think that. Okay. Now, the second type of traders, some people have resting orders. Okay. Some people have resting orders. What they will do is once that level breaks, they will get automatically into the trade. They will not wait for a retest and a confirmation. Okay, they will jump
Mm-hmm.
in. Those long traders are screwed, the short traders are screwed. You managed to screw
Yeah.
Order
both sides of
filled.
the market in one go, bro. What more can you ask for?
Order filled.
Make sense?
Yeah.
You could have
Yeah, man. That
waited,
level.
yeah, wait for that 550 to become a support, but you need to be more cautious
Mm-hmm.
over here for this yellow guy, the 200 EMA on the 5, right?
Yeah.
These being so close, you need to basically wait for a break of this. Make sense?
Yeah.
Which happened
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay. Which
Right.
happened here. You see an immediate spike. Would have been a nice $1 to sorry, $2 move here.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah. That's
where
what I
I
was hoping
basically
for.
got caught. This is where I got caught. Okay, on
Yeah.
SPY. So you need to basically wait. Sorry, this is exactly the place where I got caught, thinking this is broken. But what I didn't notice is, like, hell, this place had a level on ES, right? Because my ES chart is more marked than this one. Okay. So this is what you need to see. The oscillator, like if you went in here, 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 you are good to go because you are pretty much at the beginning of the trend. Okay. The trend is not matured, fully matured and overextended here. But here, when you are off for
Yeah.
so long, there has to be a cool off period. Makes sense?
Yeah.
You're being too
Yeah. It
late to the
makes sense.
party. Okay. In hindsight,
Right.
bro, it looks very easy. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, the second thing
Yeah.
that I would say, again, you did exactly the same mistake that I did, okay? Being desperate to get out of the trade. Look,
Yeah.
this thing is coming down, right? This is literally coming down. One started flushing. Nothing is telling you this guy has any chance of reversal. Do you see?
Right.
If you want to add, if you really want to add, start adding when you start seeing signs of reversal.
Mm-hmm.
Wait till then. Till then, there is nothing basically to add. Makes sense?
Yeah.
Because you are doing
Yeah.
is what Osman was saying the few days back. We keep on adding to losers instead of having the habit of adding to winners. And then basically we keep on like staying in the trade till it really becomes so painful that you cannot stay anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I did the same thing.
Yeah.
Could have cut my loss for 300 bucks, stayed in for up to 2400, then I figured out like I really have to get out. Okay. Recovering 300 bucks, bro, is way easier than recovering 2400 bucks, right?
Yeah. Big time.
Absolutely. Okay. Mentally, I was
Order
ready. It's
filled.
gonna take me 2 to 3 days basically to
Order
recover the
filled.
loss on that account. Okay. I just got
Yeah.
lucky today. That's it. I cannot be counting on God every day to save me like that. Similarly,
Yeah.
this thing is literally telling you now I'm coming down. There is no place to add. Okay. You wait this for this basically to start reversing. If you added here, you could have very safely got out. Make sense, bro?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
because your
yeah. At
average would
that
have
point,
been
I was
much
already.
better. Okay, somewhere near here, around this place, probably your average basically would have allowed you to get out.
Yeah.
But the best thing would have been straight to cut when you see this candle started coming down pretty heavy, and especially when you see
Yeah.
all the 60 also being broken, just cut here. No point in taking another one and sizing up and then being screwed.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah, it's so
it's
hard when
very
it's
easy
coming
to break
down.
down later, bro, but when you're in the
Yeah.
trade, your brain becomes fuzzy.
Yeah, like by the time it started recovering, I was like
Yeah,
pacing around the kitchen while trying not to punch the walls, you know?
yeah, okay,
Yeah, so
absolutely.
man,
Okay,
okay.
and the thing, like,
Mhm.
when 3 or 4 days of good work gets wiped out in one day, the next day you
Yeah.
don't feel like I want to switch on the laptop.
Mm-mm.
Okay, that
Oh,
is the
man.
most difficult part that I still find at times. After taking a big loss, your confidence just shatters. Okay, how you recover? You go back to basics, start small, slowly start
Mm,
recovering. Don't try to recover in one day, break it over multiple days, gradually get your
mm-hmm.
confidence back up and then trade. Because if your confidence is bad,
Right,
you'll be so shaky. Even in good trades, you cannot stay in.
right.
Okay,
Mm.
so
I'm
that's there.
hoping I'm hoping it I'm hoping it breaks out of this range that it's been in lately, like this like that 555
I
down to
think we
545. Like
I think we broke
it's
out today.
been yeah. Yeah, yeah. Hopefully we'll kind of get above it or something and
Yep,
start seeing a little better
I think we
action.
broke out today. Because if you look at
Yeah.
it, before 560, you don't have any resistance now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and
Oh,
560 coincides very well with this level, bro.
mm-hmm. Right.
You see, you have your
Yeah.
daily 200 EMA plus you have this level from before. So till this place, literally, you don't have anything to hold you back. Little bit higher, a
Right.
little bit higher. Yeah, till
Mm-hmm.
560, you literally don't have this coincides so nicely. Okay, you see here, this was a resistance, this is a resistance for sustained period. Okay, and then it literally became a
Mm-hmm.
support before we made a leg up. Okay, so this level
Right.
has been tested multiple times. I think till here, tomorrow, by tomorrow, we should be seeing this. And after that, it
Yeah.
depends when Smooth is gonna make that phone call. Okay, so
Make
that's
that.
there.
All right. Right.
Yeah. But thanks,
Cool.
Miguel,
Thanks,
for
Mike.
being so, I mean, like being open about it. Okay, helping all of us to learn together with you.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
No problem. Thank you. Thank you for explaining that
Thanks,
to me.
bro. Okay. Who wants to go next?
Oh boy, this is Beverly.
Hi, Beverly.
Hi, my favorite cheerleader. Listen, I have house guests, and I wasn't anticipating. She's house hunting, and I wasn't anticipating she would ask me to go. But anyway, did I played NVIDIA today,
Mm-hmm.
and I was looking for it to go down, although it was above VWAP before it opened up,
Mm-hmm.
and so I took two puts.
Okay.
And I need to ask about this. So I did it on Robinhood, and it looked like it was a limit sale, and it didn't get triggered until this afternoon. And so I'm thinking, so I tried to get out because it was a momentum thing. I tried to get out. I was up $300.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't get out. Well, then when I looked, it was like it hadn't been triggered. And so I went off with my friend today. And but before I went, I thought, well, let me, I heard the conversation the other day about, when you in a winning position, except I was not, but I was thinking it was going to come back down. I have no idea why I thought that. So I added another put. and now I am down like $300 or $400,
Mm-hmm.
and then of course Nvidia is running like crazy. I don't know what the momentum was today, but it ran like crazy today. And so I'm like, you're talking about God helping me. God, just have it go down below 110 or whatever.
What's
And
your strike
so
on those contracts?
109.
And
And
what's your
I did it
expiry? This
Friday.
Friday.
Yes. And I was wondering, should I get out? Um, Yeah, I was on my phone, watching it go up
Mm-hmm.
and up and up, and I was thinking, oh man, should I close it? And again, I was distracted with my friend, and then when I came back, it was up $1, and then it was like another dollar, and it's like, okay, I'm like here. I'm not gonna panic because I still have a couple of days. I have tomorrow and Friday, but then just before close, it ran up like crazy again,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, ah, I'm just I didn't do a stop loss because it was going to be a momentum play, and I was trying to get out, but it wouldn't close me. But then I looked carefully, and it hadn't been triggered, and then I got a note at 3 o'clock that it was triggered, and I'm like confused. What in the world happened? So anyway, that's where I am. And I was doing so well this week. I made a couple of decisions midday that worked out well. I calculated, I thought this is going to work. I can see the technicals. This is going to work. And it bounced around for a minute. I was patient. This was on SPY. I was patient, and it did what I thought it was going to do. I ended up with $75 in one contract and 60 in the other. And I got out just as it was turning, the last contract, just as it was turning. And I
Mm-hmm.
was like, thank you, Lord, I got it. And I was feeling pretty good this morning. Mistake I made, first of all, is because it was a momentum play, I clicked the button at 8:35 or 9:35
Mm-hmm.
and went down, and then it started marching up, and I thought, well, okay, well, let me get out with 250, let me get out with 200, and I couldn't close the contract.
That I need
And
effort to smooth that question because I don't use Robinhood. Okay, so
yeah,
I I'm not sure like what type of order you set here. If you could basically say a bit more on that, typically what type of orders you say. Smooth, are you able to talk and take the question?
Beverly, I'm assuming you were trying to do a market order, if I'm not wrong, right? Because you were giving
well,
pretty
She
round
said
numbers.
she had a
right.
limit order,
So,
right?
so, it
Yeah,
so apparently it was a limit order, and
yeah.
so when I hit it at 8:35, it was a limit order, and I went down because I still had simulate your order. So what I was looking at was what it would have been, not what it was. And then I thought, okay, I'm still in a good position. I'm okay. And then when I tried to exit, I couldn't exit. And then later on in the day, when I got this notice that your contracts have been executed, what are you talking about? And then I breathed a sigh of relief, thinking, okay, it's only one contract and not three. And but that's one issue. That part I'm gonna investigate a little more. But my concern is you're talking about not having confidence. Like I want to close down my laptop. I did well in futures. I'm
Mm-hmm.
green. I was green today in futures. And I thought, well, I'm leaving, and so I'm green. I was gone all day. Great. At least I can say I got a green day in futures, and I'll get back at it tomorrow. But I'm like, oh man, and if it's run up this high, I am toast. I mean, like my whole
You are
contract,
kind
and
of
do I?
toast.
Pardon me?
Right now, you are quite toast.
Yeah, I
Let's be
know.
honest about it. Because your
Yeah.
level of 113, okay, became the support now at the end. Unless we dump heavily tonight, honestly, Beverly, I really don't see much hope. Okay, with the market these days, things can flip. Okay, $10 in
We
one
have,
direction is not a
we
big
have
deal.
unemployment tomorrow, Moin. We
Yeah,
have unemployment at 8:30 tomorrow. So if that comes in bad, there are two ways this is going to play out, Beverly. I'll be really honest with you. Tech is on a run, right? Microsoft and Meta both
Yes,
reported earnings after the close,
yes,
and that is why
right,
you saw the run up, right? And most
right,
likely
everything
right,
somebody
ran
knew
based
something
on
what was
it.
going to happen. That's why it ran before. That is why everything ran before, right? Most likely somebody knew something, and that is why SPY ran so heavily. That is just my thinking about it. I could be totally
right,
wrong,
Absolutely,
but that's my
right,
thought
absolutely.
process, right?
I would go
So
with the same
if
boat.
it yeah, if it keeps, so if the momentum stays with it and nothing changes, like there's no major news, Trump doesn't say anything, whatever, this is gonna your contracts. I would get out first thing in the morning. Like I
okay,
would not even think about getting out. Like if you can save like 20%, 30%, 40% of whatever's left of it, I
Whatever,
would just get
salvage
out
it.
first.
Okay, don't
Yeah,
add.
that's the
First thing
first
is
one.
don't add.
Don't add. Yes. Yeah. The second is, watch the unemployment tomorrow. Now we had and there's a problem with this as well, right? Unemployment could come really bad.
Order filled.
We could dump a little bit and we could reverse completely after that. That is what happened today. We got one of the worst GDP reports that we could possibly get in the last
right,
like 5 years or whatever. And then we completely reversed out of it for no reason. Like I did not see, like I could not figure out. Maybe Smooth can enlighten me more
right,
about this. But I did
right,
not see a reason of why we went down heavily, which was perfectly fine. I took a put as well, and it worked out in the first 10 minutes or whatever.
right,
But I did not know why it went up. Like there was I did not make any sense to me because the good news in my
Order
mind at
filled.
least did not outweigh it. Yes, it's not my job or it's not my feelings don't make a difference. It's the markets, but
right.
in relative terms, it didn't make sense, right? So it's a difficult thing to assess. But if momentum stays, I would salvage it. If unemployment comes in, I would really bad and market goes down, then I would just be very cautious of where you bail out. It might go down a little bit, you might get some value back, but I would just be very careful about it.
Watch 8:30 news. Okay, see the reaction before
Yeah.
Okay,
market opens. Typical
okay,
sometimes the
I
8:30
mean,
news reverses by 9. Okay, if basically you are not breaking below 110s on Nvidia, even with a bad news or something,
right,
better
right,
option is to
right,
just get
right,
out, salvage and get out,
right.
whatever you can.
Yeah, okay, okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
because if it
yeah.
starts running, look at the chart.
Yeah, there's nothing, I know. And when I saw it this morning, I thought, there's nothing to stop this sucker from running.
There is nothing literally to
Nothing.
stop like running another $3. And if it runs another
Yeah,
$3, another five won't be very unlikely before Friday. Because right now I feel like we're totally in the recovery mode in the market.
yeah.
Okay. So that's there. For the
Okay,
order type and structure, I would say consult with Smooth because I don't use it, so I don't want to comment on something which I have no knowledge.
yeah, okay, all right. I'll ask him about that. So I will do that. I
So,
will do that. And the futures thing, I'm still not clear on, and I appreciate, Maureen, you're saying you're going to walk us through
I'm gonna do
something
it. On
about,
Saturday, I'm gonna do
right,
it. I'm just gonna get the time, okay, what works best for everyone. Most
okay,
likely, I'll do something in the morning on Saturday just to show how
okay,
trade of weight functions.
okay,
Okay, I'll go
okay.
over
Yeah,
each
because,
individual setting separately.
okay, because I can't seem to, would you do me a favor and record the class?
Sure,
Would you do that? Okay,
absolutely.
thanks.
Okay,
And I can't seem to get it. I mean, every tick matters, and I just can't seem to. I'm thinking I'm in the right spot, and then I land not in the right spot, and then I know how you all are begging ticks to go up. And I'm like, why isn't this going up? I thought I hit it right there, but it didn't. So it's just a matter of learning the program, I think. But I feel a lot more comfortable listening to how you all talk about how you're doing the trades. That is so helpful for me. And watching and playing, watching the 5 minute and then going back to the 1 minute and seeing how this is going to play out. That is so helpful. Thank you so much.
That's glad to hear, but trust me, you have to give it time. Okay,
Yes.
yeah. And I'm not sure if Reborn is
Order
there.
filled.
Okay, I was telling him right today that play just with MNQ and MES for the first month, no rush. Okay. Yeah, it's only $2, $5, but if you can manage that, you can manage the big boys pretty easy. Okay. So that's there. Give it time, Beverly, things will be fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, that's
Thanks.
there. Tomorrow I will most likely be going live. Okay, and I guess like if my partners join, well and good. Okay, let's try to get some good trades tomorrow.
Okay. Is that five? I mean, at 10? You're going to do that at 10?
Hold on 1 second. Let me try to confirm you guys the time right away. Give me just 1 second. So
Beverly, I'll
how's
most
your
likely join in early.
how's
I
your
will most
schedule
likely join in
tomorrow?
early. Like mine, I'm pretty open, but I'll join in early, like like right around 8:30, because if the news comes out really nice, I'll be really honest. I want to get into futures early,
Okay,
get the run up, and pretty much be done before market opens.
tomorrow is
And then in the
Thursday.
market
Yeah.
open, we can do some, huh?
Tomorrow is Thursday.
Thursday,
I'm
yeah,
good up to 10:30 a.m.
yeah.
Sorry,
So
up to
I'll start
11 I'm
like
good.
I'll
Up
join
to
in.
11 I'm good.
Yeah, yeah. We can
Okay. So
try doing it
you'll start
early.
at you can start at 8:30 for
Yeah,
futures.
I
Is
will.
that what you're saying
Yes.
in the zone? Okay. Okay.
Yes, I'll
That's
try my best
helpful.
to be there by 8:30, because that's after, like, usually right around 8:15 my daughter leaves for her school.
Hmm.
So 8:30 I can join in, and yeah, we can try to take some good trades, because that's when the news is going to hit, and that's going to determine a lot of the market direction. So we're
Okay.
going to watch it, and once it settles down in 10-15 minutes, we can take some nice trades, I feel like,
Let's do it.
especially with yeah, let's
Let's
do it.
do
Let's
it.
try to do that.
Yeah,
Okay.
And then once the market opens, we can do options. So we can
Okay.
cover like both things. It's going to be nice that way, that we can do both things a little bit.
Okay. All right. Thank
sounds
you so
good.
And
much. I
I
appreciate it.
I'll
will.
be there near the close.
What?
You will
I'll
be
be
or
there
you?
near the close. Yeah,
You'll be there?
tomorrow's live o'clock is 1 o'clock, so I'm gonna try to look for some closing positions. I
Let's
had the, like
dude, let's get done early, dude. Let's do it in the morning. Let's get done early.
bro, the I made the most
No.
money at close.
Come
That
on.
run up was
Let
like
him trade when
amazing.
he is comfortable, and let everyone
Yeah.
join like when
Yeah,
they feel
I
comfortable.
like the afternoon. It's like pretty like this 1 o'clock, that breakout was amazing. It was pretty great.
Oh
It just
yeah.
only thing that
Yeah.
sucked is it happened at like right after 3:30. So I actually had to close my 0 DT and then open up the next day, but it was pretty nice.
Okay, I'll try to join you as well. Okay, after lunch. But let's start tomorrow 8:30. I'll drop the kids and come back by then. Okay, so
Okay.
move.
Our
Just
major news this week is going to be the non-farm employment change. Like that's the major, the one on Friday 8:30. That's going to be the make it or break it. That's the only one that truly matters to institutions. Everything else matters to us. Like all these red folders, make sure I don't want to get in a position that's bad because maybe if I'm in the futures it'll go bad, or if I'm in options I don't know if it's gonna break. Like it's too much emotions behind it. But all the institutions are waiting for Friday. That's one of the biggest news we can have in a month is non-farm payroll, and the unemployment rates, the true
unemployment
unemployment
is
rates.
tomorrow's the
I
real
will
Yeah,
one or
not.
the Thursday's the real one?
claims. Tomorrow's the claims.
Yeah.
And then on Friday will be the actual rate. So basically you can claim
Order
unemployment
filled.
Mm-hmm.
without taking. So say I don't have, like, I'm not working and I claim unemployment, but I say that I made money this week.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm not going to get paid from unemployment, but I still have an active claim. So I need to certify
Order
to
filled.
maintain my claim. So because I'm
Order
certifying shows that I'm still not working, but it also shows, it doesn't show that the government is paying me. Like still, you know what I mean? Like the employment rate is still there. Um,
But that's not real.
my unemployment is still there. Yeah, it's not that it's not real. It just shows the amount of people that are applying for unemployment.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't really show the actual people who are classified as unemployment, and that's going to come out on Friday. But the major thing is the non-farm employment change, because the unemployment is going to be like, it includes a lot of government related jobs. Non-farm is going to be like your day to day, like normal people, like what are their incomes looking like how is their job stability. That's the biggest one in the market. So one of the biggest ones is non-farm. That's going to be on Friday.
Okay, we won't trade on time. I won't trade on Friday. Happy?
Yeah, or
And
at least
I don't know
tell
why I
us
feel like we
what you
dump on.
yeah.
I think it's gonna dump on Friday. Okay.
All right, you guys heard the man. Okay,
Mm.
probably he made already his plans. Okay, we'll just watch it
Yeah,
out.
buy some.
It's
Buy
gonna
some
dump
foods
on
tomorrow.
Friday. It's going straight to 5:30. I guarantee you.
Mm.
5:30?
Yeah, it's gonna go hard.
Alrighty,
Why not
Sports
5:29,
tomorrow.
bro?
Full port.
5:33. 5:33. Let's go that number.
Okay, fine.
Full
You
port.
said 5:33.
And let me not be let me not be speculative, but I do think that on Friday it may dump. It's the perfect day to dump, right? We've been going up and up and up, and like any of the pullbacks have just been
Temporary.
like
Immediately it happened.
just aggressive selling. That's all. I mean, aggressive short what's it called? Not selling, aggressive, like
Absorbing,
closing
yeah.
positions, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like we're just soaking up as much sellers as possible, and then the same thing at the top. We're soaking up as much buyers at the top. But notice that any of like the massive pumps, like the big red candles, are big like
I think this
red
will
candles
give you a
without
better-
volume.
This will give you
Yeah.
a better
Like the
approximation.
volume is not heavy, right? But the buying volume, like every time we have a green candle, it's significant. Like look at
Yeah.
I'm on the
like
hourly
any of the
chart.
new is
Much easier.
it doesn't
to
even
see
have
this.
to be the news.
Yeah.
Yeah, look
Make
at
it
the
much
5 minute so
easier.
you can see the difference. Look at the
Yeah.
5 minute and then look
Yeah.
at those volumes per the
After
5
you
minute
get it on
candles.
the
Even on the
TV.
30, you can see like whenever we go up, and especially look like whenever we are going up, your volume is drastically high. Okay.
Yeah,
like-
the buying volume is pretty significant, and any of the red
Red
candles,
candles, Yeah.
they're on the volume is all coming from buying up. So like even if you look at a big red candle and you look at the volume and it's pretty decent, like let's say like 60 or 70, okay, and then you go to the 1 minute and you realize that the reason it has so much is because it pulled back deeply, but then it pushed up even stronger. So it's been going up little by little with like buyers are not allowing price to break just yet. Like I said, the target has been like the 50 SMA. I covered this on Sunday. So our target has been the 50 SMA. So we did get that overnight, right? So if this news comes out negative, I wouldn't put like a gap fill
Order filled.
out of the way, right? Maybe we support somewhere around 551 again, and then have another slight bounce overnight. I mean, not overnight, but near close, and then Friday is going to
Order
give us
filled.
that full retracement.
You can
I
watch it if
think
you want, Photo.
is what that you know. But if we end up supporting over this 558.50 ish level throughout the day tomorrow,
Most likely.
then it may be a next week kind of thing. But I still think Friday is going to be the best day to dump. It's going to dump on Friday.
All
I
right.
feel
Let's
sort
see.
of confident on it.
Yeah. Let's survive tomorrow. Okay. So that's there.
Tomorrow's going to be a dump and fake, I
Yeah.
think.
Let's see. Okay, we'll trade together. All right. So let's get a good night's sleep now. Okay, and let's watch it for tomorrow then. Okay.
So, can you hang on for a few minutes? I wanted to ask you a question about a option
Okay.
order. Can I do that?
just got a drop.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks everyone. Good night.
Go ahead.